Why would a 60-year-old woman marry a much younger man? Was it love or something far more shocking? In this ancient African village, a widow made a bold and unexpected decision that shook the entire community. But the truth behind her marriage. It's not what you think. In many African cultures, marriage is more than love. It's about family, legacy, and survival. But when a 60-year-old widow with no children married a man young enough to be her son, tongue started wagging. Was she desperate? Was he after her wealth? Today, I reveal the real reason behind this unusual marriage, and trust me, it will leave you speechless. In ancient African villages, a woman's worth was often tied to her ability to bear children. Without a child, a woman was considered incomplete and her future was always uncertain. This was the harsh reality for our protagonist. In a small African village, where traditions shaped every aspect of life, a 60-year-old widow faced a harsh reality. Her husband, a wealthy and respected man, had died unexpectedly, leaving behind vast lands, fertile farms, and enough cattle to feed the village for years. But without a child to inherit this wealth, she became vulnerable. In their community, a woman without children was often viewed as incomplete. No matter how hard she worked or how much she had, her worth was measured by the children she bore. Without an heir, her place in the village was always uncertain, and the people around her were quick to remind her of it. The widow's troubles grew worse when her husband's brothers set their sights on her property. According to custom, a childless widow had no right to hold on to her husband's wealth. His family believed the land and livestock should return to them. They saw her as weak, an old woman who could not fight back. Day after day, they pressured her to give up everything. They wanted the lands her husband had worked so hard to cultivate and the cattle that provided food and income. Rumors spread that they were planning to drive her out of the village if she refused to surrender her home. Despite the pressure, the widow refused to let go of what she and her husband had built. She had stood by his side through years of struggle, helping him grow their farms and care for the livestock. Everything they owned was a result of their hard work together, and she could not bear the thought of losing it to greedy relatives. Her husband's brothers did not care about the memories attached to the land. All they saw was wealth waiting to be seized. The thought of being cast out with nothing haunted her every night. The elders of the village, who acted as the community's decision-makers, sided with her husband's family. They argued that tradition must be respected. Without a child to carry on her husband's name, the property could not remain with her. Each time she tried to defend herself, they dismissed her